All right, welcome back to Retirement Unplugged. That's where we talk a little bit about what we do. No, wait a minute. What I do after or since I've retired at an early age, right?
Yeah, not what I do.
Yeah, not what you continue to do, just what I do.
Right.
So,
The
anyways,
big secret is what do you do?
that's not really a secret.
Yeah, it is. It's like I sit at school and I think, what's he doing all day?
No, you don't.
Yes,
Really?
I do. I want to text you and go, what you doing?
Oh my gosh. You don't want to know what I was doing today. Today was pretty gloomy out. So dude, I had a hard time getting motivated. You know what I mean?
Just want to stay in bed.
I'm
Stay
not
on the couch.
yeah, I'm not a bad guy, but oh my gosh. I had to pry myself out of the bed. Then I moved to the couch after I ate breakfast. I moved to the couch, and I promise you, I was there too long watching YouTube and, just,
It's the scrolling.
yeah. So a lot of people scroll on their phone. I scroll on YouTube itself, like on the TV.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You scroll on the TV instead of your phone.
Yeah, I'm bad about that.
Yeah.
And I have certain stuff that I watch, but I'm terrible about. So that kept me on the couch. It's YouTube's fault.
Exactly. It's not yours.
No, it's not.
They're the ones that keep you captivated.
Hey, man, there's a bunch of interesting stuff on there to watch.
TikTok.
No, this is YouTube.
No, but I'm saying I can do it on TikTok all day long.
Oh man, that's terrible.
There's so many good videos out there.
Yeah, like YouTube, man. I really get into watching those Karens.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's hard to break away from watching the insanity that goes on in places day to day, or what's caught on camera, anyways. I guarantee you, if they caught me on camera at some points, they'd probably call me Ken, or whatever they call the dude portion of it. I think it's Ken.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like Ken and Karen.
Oh, really?
I think so. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're like, or maybe they say a male Karen. I don't know, but I think they call them Kens. I'm not sure, but I probably every once in a while fall under that when I have them come apart. You reckon?
Like when you're driving.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. When I'm driving, I get upset.
How'd you do on your trip to Missouri this week?
Oh, I did well. I'm talking about good. I don't think I had any issues.
So do you think maybe it's when you have a passenger in the car with you?
No,
That's why you get that way?
no. It's when I have fools around me.
Well, it's not your fault.
No.
You're not going too fast or tailgating.
Tailgating? No, that's different.
That's bad.
I'm bad about it.
Yeah.
It's because I did have a couple. I think it was in Mississippi. Let's just be real. I think it was in Mississippi where they pull out in front of me and drive slower than what I'm driving. Then why pull out in front of me?
Because they're probably not paying attention to what's behind them.
You just said it.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention.
Yeah. But it's okay.
No, it's not.
Because somebody might be saving you from something. The Lord might be saving you from, hey, look, I'm going to slow you down for about 15 minutes because I'm going to keep you from having a wreck.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you the Lord was saving somebody, but it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I could have got him pulled over, it may have been a completely different story. I don't know. Anyways.
You let it get to you that bad?
Nah, sometimes. No, not really. I never get fighting mad. Like I'm going to pull them over and, do something.
You're pulling up beside them.
Now, if they pulled me over, maybe. Maybe we'd have to talk about it extensively.
How loud did you get yelling at them in the truck without me with you?
Nah, probably not. I didn't yell at all.
You didn't?
I drank a couple monsters on the way, so maybe I might have yelled. I don't know. Who knows? Those monsters, man, they get you.
Few choice words.
Yeah, those monsters, man, they get you all fired up, geeked out.
Two?
I might have.
On a 5-hour trip.
If I did, it was accidental.
Lies.
Man, those things, boy, when you're driving, somebody pulls out in front of you or does something, you get up super ramped up. But no, the trip wasn't bad. I'm probably stretching a little bit, but the trip wasn't bad. And I had a great time once I got there. All my buddies, it was a perfect timing too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I go back home to visit and my buddies are working. They have stuff going on with their families or whatever. My kids are working and I have nothing to do. It's like I feel like my dad back in the day when I'm riding around town smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's what
But
it
you
made.
don't smoke
I
cigarettes.
don't smoke cigarettes. But anyways, it was like this time was perfect timing because all my buddies were off of work. I got to hang out with everybody, eat supper with my sister, eat breakfast with my brother, my older brother. So I got to see everybody.
Right.
Played golf. Well, I played 9 holes. It reminded me of how terrible I actually am at golf. But you know what? I'm not a quitter.
Right.
So I hacked away. But yeah, it was a great trip. Everybody was good. Kids were good. Weather was great. Man. I mean, it was like 80 degrees up there. Um, so yeah, no complaints.
And you left just in time to miss the bad weather.
Oh yeah. When I left, I came back, and then they had bad weather move in, which we did too. I mean, that same line of storms came through here too. But yeah, I got
Didn't have
lucky.
tornadoes though.
No, I got lucky and missed their weather, so I got out of there just in time. But it worked out really well. But you also got to do a little traveling. Your traveling was a little bit. I don't want to say better than mine. 'Cause
Fancier,
a little more fancy schmancy than my
more
traveling.
bougier.
Yeah, so you got to go to was it Key Largo or something?
Yeah, we went to we flew into Fort Lauderdale and we rented a Jeep and drove to Key Largo. Got a place to stay there. Then we went to Tavernine, which is another place in the Keys.
Is that further south?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we went to Alamorado, which is a little bit further south.
Mm-hmm.
And so we visited those two spots while we were there.
Well,
because Key Largo is like your locals hangout. There's not many tourist things to do there. So then you travel to these other spots to do more of the touristy, the kayaking, the, scuba diving, all that kind of stuff.
So how far is it from Key Largo down to Key West? Like that whole stretch
It
right there?
took us 3 hours.
Oh, it's that far?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that far.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because of the way the roads are. And plus there's a lot of construction, but it's just a small highway.
I thought it was a straight shot.
I mean it is, but it's just a small highway. It's not like Interstate 65 or something like that. It's it's just the old, I want to say old Highway 1 or maybe Highway 1 or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's old Highway 1, I think.
Sound Card Road or Sound Road, something, I don't know, but they had just had those wildfires. So when we drove through the north portion of the Keys, you could see all the damage where it had just burnt everything on both sides. It was just solid black.
Oh, so it burnt on both sides.
On both sides.
For some reason, I thought the news they made it sound like it was up one side.
Mm-mm. It was on both sides, and there was one area right before we got to Key Largo that was still smoking.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'll be dang. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that far. That stretch was that far for some reason, which I've never done it. I just had no idea. Yeah. That's interesting. But I do have a question. Why is it you get to go on those kind of trips and I get to go back home and visit my buddies?
I choose to go on those kind of trips.
I wasn't even invited.
No, this was our fourth annual spring break, mine and my daughter's trip, because it started one year. I said, I am not sitting at home by myself. This is when you're still working. So I'm not sitting at home by myself for a week, for 10 days.
A week is 7 days.
I know, but that's why I went from a week to 10. It was 10 days. I said, I'm not sitting at home by myself. I'm not doing it. So we went to Vegas.
Yep, I remember
We
that.
went to Vegas. It was spur of the moment type thing. And then the next year, we didn't go spring break. We went fall break. We went to Savannah, Georgia.
Yep.
And then last year, we went to Key West with another friend of hers and her mom. Her mom was a PE teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our spring breaks together. And so this year, we decided we wanted to go to the northern portion of the Keys, which, like I said, it's not touristy. It's nothing like Key West. It's very local vibe.
Yeah.
Older type places. So...
Man, I think I would like that better. I watched a video today on Key West. It was on YouTube, of course. I was on my YouTube stretch this morning. But and it was a guy that's lived there for I want to say he said 51 years he's been there, and he's an artist, and he showed like they were doing some type of documentary about like the real Key West.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like not where all the touristy stuff is. Wow. I mean it now. Like the spot he lived was it was just looked like he just pieced it together.
Right.
And he's been living in it for years and years. He said he could, when he first moved there, a beer, and he named the place, a beer was 25 cents. Yeah. Rent was $39.
Yeah. That's
And
and that's how this was. It's just that old school vibe, like I said, the local vibe, and you don't have the big huge mansions there. You
right.
just got the smaller beach houses, which I mean, I loved it.
Uh-huh.
But everybody there, they have either infiltrated from another state and they came and visited and they fell in love with it, and when they retired, that's where they moved to,
Yeah.
or they've grown up there.
Yeah. Just to give you an example, on that video clip, they were talking to a couple that had done that.
Mm-hmm.
They were only like 25, 26 years old, but they'd been coming down there for a long time, or I say a long time, several years. And the guy was like, hey, every time we're here, we don't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to go back. So they finally made it their home. But you know what their rent was a month for this little old shotgun house? $3,900 a month to rent this little old shotgun house. But now it was down. The woman said it's hard to find these little houses that are down there that has parking and stuff like that. So, it was just luck it came up. But $3,900?
Yeah.
Holy smokes, just to live in Key West? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of money to me.
Well, I'm sure that the cost of living is different there. I mean,
I would think it's more.
but I mean, maybe they get paid and that compensates for it.
Yeah.
Whatever their jobs are.
Yeah. Well, she had a little business. She had
Yeah.
a candle business. That's what she did, but she made them in her home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. But anyways, it was pretty interesting. This guy took this other guy that was doing this video all around the entire island, but he took him to places where most people don't get to
Right.
go and get to see and talk to folks that they would never talk to about. Well, the man, that the artist community down there was crazy.
That's what they say, that's what Key West is all about.
They said that's what he said. That's kind of how it got started. And then the one of the services came in, one of the militaries came in, and things changed a little bit. Then they said, the girl said, even when COVID hit, the amount of houses and stuff that were being bought up down there was crazy.
Sure.
And that's when a lot of the touristy stuff not started, but a lot of people moved there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's pretty interesting though, but I wasn't invited. But I think it's interesting.
But I don't get to spend a lot of time with her because she doesn't live close. So that's just something that we get to do. And we've started trying to make our own little tradition.
Yeah, that's an excuse because she only lives an hour.
She lives an hour.
She's busy.
She's busy.
She's busy. She's a busy girl.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I get it. I'm good with that. That's a good time to be able to spend with, your daughter if you can. So
and it's like a lot of our friends are like, those are my goals.
well, that's stuff you like to do.
You're right, but they'll tell us, they have littles or younger children, and they'll be like, that is a goal of mine. I want to do because every year we look forward to seeing where y'all go and what y'all do, and we can't wait until we can do that.
Right.
So,
No, it's a good time. I'm sure you like to travel way more than I do. I don't like to live out of a suitcase, and I don't like to fly. I mean, I don't mind doing that stuff, but
right.
it needs to be a quick trip, kind of like what y'all did. If I had been invited on that one, I would have enjoyed that one, right?
You would have loved the whole time we were there. I'm not kidding. The whole time we were there, I kept saying, Dad will love this. He will love this.
It's my laid back lifestyle.
It is. I mean, and the thing is, everybody's so personable that they are genuinely happy people, and it's like every time you would see them, I mean, because we saw the same people the whole week we were there. They would go, "Oh, hey, Christy, how are you doing? Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Are you having a good day?" We're like, we just met them, yesterday.
Right. So I am very personable. You're right. I would have fit right in.
No, you would have, because then they would have been like, Dad, how are you doing? And you'd be going, yeah. What's your name?
So yeah, just so you know, I'm the introvert and she's the extrovert of this get together. Right?
Yeah, but you've become more of an extrovert.
It depends on who I'm around.
If you don't know the people, then yeah, he's
Yeah,
great.
because
He's great.
I promise you, I'm one of those people where, like my friends back home, you know, if we're friends, we're friends. Like I'd do anything for you. But if we're just acquaintances and I don't know you that well, I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
But I have. You're right. It's funny. I say that stuff about myself, but I've also got some friends of mine that when we go somewhere, they're like, "Dude, you don't even know who they are, right? I mean, you've been talking up a storm to them." Like, I don't know. I just want to find out what they were doing.
Yeah.
So I think I probably talk a little bit more than I let on, or I don't. I don't say I don't meet a stranger because I do. I'm standoffish to some people. It just depends on how they are towards me. All right, that's what I think.
But when we go to the beach, we meet somebody every time. We meet a couple. We'll hang out with them because he just starts talking to them. It's not because of me. You're the one that starts talking to them.
Yeah, it's this dynamite personality I got.
I mean, we spent 1 year down there for his birthday, and it was just me and him. And we wound up having birthday cake and pizza on the beach for your birthday.
Yeah. It
was a couple we didn't even know. So I mean, that's on you.
I guess maybe so. Not all the time, but good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look like the pictures I got to see looked like you had a good time.
Yeah. Anna did a really good job on the post.
Yeah, she did. She did. So that's what retirement life is about right now. For us, she goes one way and I go the other.
Because we spend so much time together.
Well, that was just spring break. That was just spring break. Not a big deal.
No.
But definitely good times, and that's what I want. That's kind of what I want retirement to be about.
Yeah, I want us to be able to go and just do things whenever we
Yeah.
want to.
Oh yeah, man, just be able to go and I don't want to say drop everything we're doing, but pick a great time and just say, hey, this is what we're going to go do,
Jump on a plane and go somewhere,
and not worry about what's happening, not worry about what the kids are doing or the kids have got going on, because it's just you and I are going to go do it. Man, I think that's the best part about it. Even though I'm not a worldwide traveler, I still do I like to do some things like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That would have been perfect for us.
Like, it was a quick trip. What, 4 days or something?
Yeah, 5 days. And so for us to just literally, hey, jump on a flight, go somewhere, come back. I can take off, and part of that be the weekend. I take off 2 or 3 days and just go somewhere just for the heck of it.
We've got some of that planned though, right?
Yeah.
Aren't we going like Blue Ridge Mountains or something in July?
Yeah, we're going for 4th of July with your brother and sister-in-law.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that in lake time and beach in July with the kids. So we got some good stuff planned also. And like I said, retirement life is, man, it's right now. I look at it as it's great. It's one of the best things I could have ever done. And maybe it won't feel like that every single day. Today was a kind of a gloomy day, and it was kind of that makes it difficult a little bit.
Winter and rain aren't your friend.
No, I feel like wintertime comes around. I need to take up hunting a little more again or something. Just to occupy my time. And I said it last year. And I wasn't retired yet last year, but I said, man, I'm gonna go and spend some more time, and I didn't. I think I hunted 3 days with those guys.
Did you go out back any?
Couple times. Well, remember I couldn't pull my crossbow back.
You should tore your bicep.
Yeah, so I had surgery in November, so I couldn't even pull my crossbow back. So no, really later in the season I did a couple times, but it was kind of too late then, really, for that area. So, but yeah, I mean, our trips, whether we plan them or whether they just pop up, all that good stuff. That's the good part about not having a job. Yeah,
like I don't have to call you or text you when somebody says, "Hey, you want to go do this?" It's going to be more of you getting with me about our schedule, because I don't have to ask you anymore. Hey, are you working? Are you off? What's the plan?
I still might have plans.
No,
girlfriend, I'm a busy man.
No. That's what I look forward to, is me coming home one day and he goes, I need you to take off this day through this day. He goes, we're going somewhere.
Oh, is that what you're looking forward to?
Look forward to.
Really?
Yeah. It's you just popping up, let's just go somewhere, whether it be a road trip or a trip.
Okay. We need to do another road trip like we did. Remember we went to Tennessee that time? Man, that was
just spur the limit.
That was out of the norm.
Like it was a Sunday.
No, it couldn't have been.
It was a Sunday. I took off.
You took off on that Monday? I think it was a Saturday.
Or maybe
Yeah, I think it was a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, I do. I'm almost positive it was a Saturday because that's when. So we went to Tennessee one time. We just jumped in the car, and said, "Hey, let's go for a ride."
But we wanted to look at this little tiny home community.
Oh, that's what you're 100% right. I forgot all about that. Yeah, so somewhere Monteagle, Tennessee, or somewhere over in that area. We're like never been there. They had a little community on the water.
What's the college that's up there?
Can't remember the name of it. I don't know. I didn't even know it existed until we drove through there. It existed
because a friend of Zane's, his daddy went there.
So, anyways, we just take out and we're like, hey, we're going to drive over there. Had no clue.
Yeah.
Man, in beautiful countryside. Drove by a college in the mountains that I didn't even know existed. Got over to Monteagle, Tennessee, and we passed some cool places. And we're like, hey, we need to find something to eat. Mm-hmm. All right. And well, let me back up. We went to that tiny house community thing that's on water. It's gated. You couldn't even get in. It's like, man, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah.
I said, hey, we need to get something to eat. So we passed this place, pizza place first, and I turned that down. And then this barbecue place that was kind of, it appeared to be super old. Like, you remember?
Yeah.
Like when you pulled up, it had like a fenced area out front with all this old lawn furniture. It had a fire going.
It had cornhole. It had
all this stuff set up. I mean, there wasn't anybody there, but it was still light out.
Right.
So we walk in, and man, the building in there was old, stuff hanging from the ceiling. Like in the middle was all these leather sofas, and they had a stage up front. Remember, they had this big fireplace over on the side.
Yeah.
So we ordered some food, and of course, I said, "Man, what y'all got going on here tonight?" And I said, "Well, we got music going on." So I had some various people coming in, and all this good stuff. And so we was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And so we were sitting there, and she's like, how about we stay the night? Dude, now look, we didn't bring no clothes, nope. no toothbrush.
Nope.
We had nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. So anyways, we were like, let's call this lodge right over here close and see if we can get a room. And we did. We got a room, went over and checked in and walked back over and got a cold drink and sat on the sofa. Dude, it was crazy. I'm not saying it was like a crazy night, but remember, it had a woman that she sang on some show.
Yeah, and she was on her way to Nashville.
But coming back from Atlanta, they stopped in there, her and her manager, and she sang some music. Some guys came up from Nashville who write their own music. 3 or 4 of them got on stage and they played and talked and music that they had wrote. I mean, it turned out to be one of the best times that I can remember.
Yeah. Because I love spur of the moment. That's
man, it was
just, hey, let's just do this.
I don't know that we could beat that again, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just one of those things.
We were literally brushing our teeth with that.
Yeah. I was like, and the bed was like sleeping on concrete.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember or not.
I do.
But of course, we got up super early because we didn't sleep very well. We went to the Waffle House the next morning. One of our favorites, by the way. Exactly. We love some Waffle House. But trips like that, I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Because it was just out in the middle of nowhere, or so it seemed like.
Yeah. Because I'm not high maintenance. I don't need the Taj Mahal to stay in or anything like that.
Well, you didn't get Taj Mahal. You got a log cabin looking place to stay in that night.
But I loved it. That's what I loved about it.
It was a good time, even though neither one of us slept.
Yeah.
I slept none. I think we came home Sunday and crashed.
But we found out a really cool story though, because we passed this beautiful rock stone home that was there in the corner of a curb.
Well, it's a restaurant now.
Right.
It's kind of like a high-end restaurant now.
Yeah.
But it was a place where Al Capone used to stop. I think he said he was traveling from Chicago to Florida, and he would stop in there and stay. Supposedly, it said he had a girlfriend that lived there, his mistress that lived there.
Or he bought it for her.
People in the area had pictures of him, like on the patio, standing or sitting in a lawn chair on the patio. I thought, man, that's bad to the bone right there. I mean, really, if that's true, that's pretty cool. But the rumor had it, or we read about it, and it said something along the lines, maybe he built that for her or something like that. Was that what it was?
He either built it or bought it for her. There was a big historic sign out front that.
Yeah, because it's a restaurant now.
Yeah,
which it was
all this.
Yeah, but it wasn't open while we were there.
Right.
but yeah, it was pretty interesting. So we got to see some neat stuff. I
We
thought,
love mob movies,
well, I just like
mafia.
that's real life stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't know whether all the stories are real, but I know that the mob existed. And I think that's just really neat
We still do.
information. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, all those are the kind of trips we look forward to or like to take, and that's what we're looking forward to going. You know,
Mhm.
going forward in retirement. We're in my retirement, not hers,
Right.
mine.
Oh, can you imagine what it's gonna be like when I retire too?
Yeah, I don't know. What are we gonna do? I mean, it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna be too old to do anything. You are too.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, we'll have to stay at home all the
I'm
time.
10 years younger than you, so I mean,
Yeah, dream on,
yeah,
dream on. She's older than me, but that doesn't matter.
whatever.
It doesn't matter. You're still working, girl. Um,
Oh, you're gonna tell me when I can retire.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you when you need to back out. It's time to go do something. So, but anyways, but it's been an interesting week. Uh, I've got really nothing accomplished other than seeing people and hanging out, and I've
But
enjoyed it.
that's a big part of it, though. I mean,
It should
you
be.
need to keep those connections, and you know,
Yeah, I mean, it should be a big part of what you do in retirement. We have kids, but we have zero grandkids,
mhm,
so we don't have to babysit. We just pick it up and get going.
that's right.
That's
That's the beauty of it right now.
that is the beauty of it because I've got a lot of friends. They have grandkids already, and they watch them constantly. And there's nothing wrong with that because I'm sure we'll do the same way, or I'll watch you do it, one of the two. But they they have their grandkids a lot. And like I said, it's a good thing. And I know they really really enjoy that. But at this time in our life, I enjoy not having any.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep us from doing
It's
anything.
kind of like when you first get married, you say you're going to wait so many years before you have kids because you want to be able to enjoy each other. So it's like we want to wait a little bit. So
Yeah.
if you're listening, we want to wait a little bit and enjoy this period of our life right now.
Exactly.
Dad's life.
Yeah, but
Before you pop out in kids. So
yeah, and I think our kids are. I don't know. It seems like some of them are just career driven and have other things, and the others have other things going on in their life. They're just not ready for that.
yeah.
Well, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So
I think we got 2 years. I think we got 2 years before we have any.
2?
Two.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We better get some stuff done.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're going to have to be at home when that happens.
Well, no. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. A little piece of information about him. He doesn't like dogs. He says
No.
he doesn't like dogs in the house.
I don't like dogs in the house. I don't like me to have dogs, but I like other people's dogs.
Yeah, but so anyway, let me get back to my story.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
then he's not gonna keep kids. But the funny thing about it all is dogs are the first thing that go to you. They go to you.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
They will stay at his feet. They'll get up in his face, try to lick his face. Same thing with kids.
I don't
They
understand
love
it.
you, but yet you sit there and say that, and I think that's what somebody's just trying to tell you something.
I give off that
I
love.
think you need to
Yeah,
get
it's kind of like that song. I give off that love and feeling.
Yeah, you
Yeah, okay.
lost that love and faith.
Oh no, that's not what it says. I think it says that I give off that love and feeling.
No,
I didn't think you'd know the words.
yeah, I
But
know
yeah,
the song.
but you're right. It's funny. It's because when we go somewhere and they have a dog, they're jumping at me.
I'm warning them, but they'll deal with me for a minute, but then they migrate towards him.
And then kids, they're happiest when they're with me.
I know.
For some reason, when they're in my lap or I'm holding them. What's up with that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's odd, but it's very true.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I want the grandkids, but they're gonna love him more and want to be around him more, and I'm the one that wants them.
yeah,
That's what's gonna happen.
that's just life, girl. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. So, yeah, that's been our week this week for retirement unplugged, or yeah, whatever. So we've had a not so busy travel week. If that makes any sense.
It was good just to rest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not have
Any work to do.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean zero work. I haven't done anything. I'm on the yard.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked back to as soon as I pulled up the driveway, I got on mower.
Yeah.
Mowed the weeds down, but but yeah, I mean, so that's more of what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe this week will be different. We shall see.
Well, I know it's going to be different. I went back to school.
Well, Dad, I've got some stuff to do for your mom, and it's pretty rainy out, so not a lot I can do outside.
Right.
So it'll probably be another uneventful week. Well, I've got a golf tournament coming up.
Yeah, you got a golf tournament
Friday, as long as it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
I don't like messing around in the rain.
The lake.
Yeah, then we're headed to the lake. So, anyways, all right. Well, we're going to get off of here. Appreciate tuning in, hitting the subscribe button, liking it, comment, whatever you want to do. We would appreciate it. Okay. All right. That's all we got. Peace out and appreciate it.
See ya.